Well, hello there. My name is Antoine Johnson, and the topic I will be presenting to you is coral bleaching in a certain area. The area I discovered that has the most coral bleaching is the Indiana Ocean. Some of you guys wonder, what is coral bleaching? Well, coral bleaching is a loss of color from coral under stressful environment conditions. Well, let me give you guys a clear description of the situation. Let's start off by saying that coral has a special relationship with algae. This is called a symbiotic relationship. In this relationship, the coral receives food from the algae. In return, the algae has a safe place to live. And the problem comes in as water temperature rises and coral becomes stressed and the relationship falls apart. As the zooxanthellae leaves the tissues, it causes the coral to lose its color. However, if the water remains too warm, the coral will eventually starve to death and die. If stressful conditions such as light intensity and high water temperatures continue, it can do some serious damage to the coral. For example, take the Great Barrier Reef, which have suffered from several massive bleaching events that caused up to 75 through 95 reefs being affected in that area. So let's go into the question, what effects does this problem have on marine environments? Well, marine organisms that depend on coral reefs for food and shelter will now die. The reason behind this is because the temperature change in water will put stress on the coral and eventually cause the coral to die. The coral provides the backbone of the habitat and also provides food for higher animals. And this is one of the reasons why coral is very important to the marine organisms. Another reason that coral bleaching has an effect on the marine environment is because coral bleaching chases away marine organisms, and after they leave, all you see is the white skeleton left. The coral animals usually die right after they leave, which is really sad. This event doesn't only affect marine animals, it also affects humans. For the humans who love seafood, such as lobster, shrimp, crabs, and fish, there will be no more of them because of coral bleaching. After a short period of time, the food chain is sadly lost. And unlike fish that can move to habitats with more suitable environment conditions, coral cannot escape the high temperatures because they are attached to the reef structure. The slightest bit of temperature change can disrupt the balance of the coral reef ecosystem. Now that causes the marine organisms to compete for food on a large scale, which is very hard if a lot of animals is hungry. So let's jump into the question, what are some solutions to the problem? First, the government should have a responsibility to educate both the public and the industry about these hazards. Also, laws banning the production of CFC gases, which will help slow down the rate of ozone depletion and global warming. Humans can also help the situation out by reducing the energy we use, such as turning off the lights and walking instead of driving. Which means you can either... Another solution to this problem is if the normal temperature water return back in time and they can return back to their symbiotic relationship and they can return back to their normal health. Another solution that can help this problem is humans throwing away their trash. I know this sounds simple, and best believe me, it really is. So if you guys throw away your trash after you get done eating, you can save many lives in the coral reefs and there will be plenty of food to eat. There will be healthier plants, and there will be no fighting over food, and you just save a lot of lives and the marine environment life. And most importantly, there will be no coral bleaching. So this is pretty much the last question. What could happen if things don't get better? If things don't get better, a lot of marine organisms will migrate and die. The coral reef is important to the marine organisms because it is biologically diverse, which means it has a variety of animals and plants that live there, which is food to them, which is important to them. And if the food chain is destroyed, their life is destroyed. Our life is destroyed. So that's why the coral reef is very important to us. Also, diseases could spread around. I mean, humans could catch that disease. And if we catch that disease, it could spread around Earth. And it could probably kill all of us just because of some fish or some marine animal in the coral reef caught that disease and gave it to us. So that is why it is important to keep the earth healthy as possible. Also, throw away the trash when you get done eating. Turn off the lights when you get done reading or watching TV, or doing simple things like that. Another thing that can help, instead of wasting gas, going to the store right down the street, you should walk to the store, which can save gas. Also, riding the bus or taking the train with your friends can also help just save a life in the marine environment. So all those things may seem simple, and they are. So to save lives, I believe you guys should just do that. And